Every few months, someone declares search engine optimization is dead, but the numbers refuse to agree. The industry isn't dying, it's splitting in two. For years, the traditional entry-level career path looked like a factory floor. Companies hired a wall of juniors to run manual keyword research, write template content briefs, and tweak meta descriptions, all to fight for position on a list of 10 blue links. Artificial intelligence removes the list entirely. Modern search is a decision engine that compresses sources into a single answer. Manual tasks like clustering, summarizing, and drafting are now handled by language models. 78% of teams already use AI for keyword research. So the search industry no longer pays humans to gather data. The teams that are actually growing are looking for people who can configure, feed, and supervise those AI systems to ensure the output is accurate. Because the discipline has fractured into different specialties, the old universal front door into an SEO career is closed. Breaking into the field now means looking at the skills you already have and mapping them directly to the specific problems these new search engines are struggling to solve. There are 3 clear entry points depending on your background: the blank slate, the communications professional, and the technical developer. Accurately identifying which of those buckets you fall into will dictate exactly what you need to study, build, and pitch over your first year. The first path is built for the blank slate. This is the person aiming for a generalist role at an agency or an in-house marketing department. Even in an AI era, you cannot skip the old rules. You still need a deep understanding of crawling, indexing, and how to read user search intent. The machines still rely on well-structured pages to figure out what a website is actually about. On top of that traditional base, you have to build a new layer of expertise. That means learning how to wire up AI tools to process data, setting strict review rules, and tracking how often a brand is mentioned across platforms like ChatGPT and Perplexity. This track takes 6 to 12 months of deliberate practice, and that practice has to happen on a live, personal test website, rather than just reading articles. Running your own site builds the diagnostic instincts you need. When an AI tool gives you a bad content brief or a flawed audit, you will actually know how to spot the error and correct it. The second path is entirely different. It is designed for individuals transitioning from public relations, journalism, or community management. This route focuses on generative engine optimization, or GEO. Instead of tweaking code on your own website, GEO is the practice of influencing AI answers by building a brand's reputation across the rest of the internet. This pie chart illustrates where AI models actually get their information in B2B categories. Notice that a massive 75 to 90% of AI citations are pulled directly from third-party platforms, dwarfing the tiny fraction of data taken from a brand's own domain. To get a brand into an AI answer, you have to earn mentions where the AI is looking. The daily work here revolves around managing customer reviews, securing media mentions in relevant publications, and building a strong, verifiable presence in third-party communities like Reddit or industry forums. Traditional search professionals were trained to edit websites, so they generally lack these digital PR skills. Bringing a communications background into this space puts you in a highly lucrative fast lane to fill that gap. The third door is for individuals coming from software development, data science, or engineering. Before a language model will confidently cite a brand in a response, it needs to understand exactly what that brand is and what it does. That requires websites to be built with perfectly structured, machine-readable data. The core focus here shifts away from marketing and toward deep technical work. You spend your time on server-side rendering, code-level crawl optimization, and entity engineering, the process of clearly defining how products, people, and companies connect across the web. This professional acts as the translation bridge. They take the abstract visibility strategy designed by the marketing team and translate it into the rigid execution required by the software engineering team. Because this role requires sitting with developers and talking shop while solving complex data architecture problems that AI cannot fix on its own, it commands the highest premium pay in the modern market. The metric an entire generation of practitioners built their careers around, ranking in the top 10 search results, is no longer a reliable measure of success. The new objective is earning a direct citation inside an AI answer. Look at this bar chart comparing conversion rates. The data shows that traffic referred by an AI decision engine converts at more than 4 times the rate of standard organic search. The volume of visitors is lower, but the intent behind each click is highly concentrated. To secure a role managing this kind of high-value traffic, you have to understand the hiring reality of 2026. Employers want irrefutable evidence of execution, and they'll choose that over an online certificate every time. Evidence means walking into an interview with a documented case study of a live website. You need to show before and after data proving that you successfully drove traffic, earned citations, or implemented complex technical fixes. Right now, newcomers hold a unique advantage. Veteran practitioners spent years building muscle memory around tasks that no longer exist, and they are painfully struggling to unlearn those outdated tactics. You do not have to unlearn anything. By identifying your specific background archetype and competing entirely on real-world proof, you bypass the crowded entry-level bottleneck. You can step straight into the work that actually matters.